Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome back to Sedasia Unscripted, and it's me, Sedasia. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by and clicking play. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoy making it. Don't get tired of me saying that for my regulars because I literally enjoy every single video I make. I don't make anything that I'm not interested in, I don't want to talk about, that I cannot feel like I can talk about for hours. So, yes, let's get into this video. So, as you can see, the topic today is incorporating faith into parenting and how I do that. And this is just like I always tell y'all when I'm having these type of conversations, that this is basically what I do. This doesn't mean you have to do it. These are some ideas that you can take from me, or just to, compare the differences between you and I if you are incorporating faith into your parenting. I'm just talking to you guys. Anytime y'all see me with a cup, it could be this baby right here. It could be a glass of water in a wine glass, because y'all know I love me some water in a wine glass, or just one of my other reusable cups. Y'all know we about to have a conversation. So, incorporating faith into parenting is something I am big on. I believe that without God, I am nothing. We are nothing. And with God, we are everything. So, with that being said, there are a bunch of things that I do to make sure that my kids have a spiritual side to them, or what's another way I could say it? I ensure that they are in touch with their spirituality. That's a better way to put it. I ensure that my kids are in touch with their spirituality. I do not force it on them. However, I do make sure that they understand the importance of your spirituality and the importance of building a relationship with God. Point blank, period. So, like I said, there are a bunch of ways. I'm just going to talk about a few that we use all the time. And let me know in the comments if these are some things that you do, or if these are some things that you want to do, or the things that you do, because I am open to suggestions as well. As you all know, I have 3 girls. I have an 8-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 5-month-old. So the 5-month-old, there's not much we can do but pray over her. But for the 8 and 4-year-old, they know there are certain things that just gets done in this household. I'm gonna say one more thing. How you run your household is how you run your household. How I run my household is how I run my household. And I run my household through grace and God. Okay? So I like to make sure that I stay on track. So if y'all know me personally, or even just throughout these videos, y'all know I love notes. Y'all know I love to be organized with my tips, my tricks, my ideas, the things I do. So just bear with me, because I definitely wrote down the top ones that just came to my mind automatically when I said I wanted to make this video. So one thing I definitely do is I model faith in my everyday actions, which means I basically just lead by example. One thing I pride myself on talking to my kids about is kindness, patience, wisdom. Those are like words that you'll hear in my household every day, at least a dozen times. For instance, like if my kids are fighting, usually the 8 and the 4-year-old, Madeline and Mackenzie. If Madeline and Mackenzie are fighting, I ask them, is that kind? Are you acting out kindness right now? Or Mackenzie's in 3rd grade now, so if you're a mom of a 3rd grader, especially a girl, it be tea. Okay, so like if I feel like Mackenzie is almost in a way where she can go either way, as far as her behavior or her response to certain things, I would say, now what do you think the kind thing would be to do? Or did you make a kind choice? And I'll ask Maddie the same thing, whether she's having an issue in school or she's just being Maddie. I would just say to her, is that a kind choice? I love nice people. I love niceness, but niceness and kindness are two totally different things. And actually, I was listening to a podcast with B. Simone, LTTA. Let's try this again. Love her. I love you, B. She was basically just talking about, she was with my other fave, Operation Nikki. And Operation Nikki said, where in the Bible does it say to be nice? It says to be kind, but not to be nice. So, as much as I love my sweethearts, my nice people, I'm really big on making sure that my daughters understand the difference between kindness and niceness. So I always ask, are you acting out of kindness? Was that kind? Was that a kind option? Was that a kind choice? That you will always hear come out my mouth when I'm talking to my kids, whether we are outside, we're at home, it does not matter. As far as patience, like when Mackenzie gets upset with homework, all right, let's be patient, let's take our time, let's take a breather, let's relax. Or they're arguing over who's getting in the bath first. Madeline, be patient, or the game isn't working fast enough. It's just making sure that they are practicing patience in all the little things that they do throughout the day. Because they are young, and I'm not at a place, and I don't think my family's at a place to really start to pound down on the biblical stories about patience. And I would rather just wait until they get a little older, but still make sure that I'm instilling the things that are very important. As far as wisdom, was that a wise choice? What do you think the wise thing is to do? I use the word smart here and there with the 4-year-old with Madeline. However, I'm really big on what is the wise choice to do. What do you think you could do better? So that's definitely one thing I do. I definitely also make sure that I'm practicing patience. I'm acting out of kindness. I'm watching my mouth for my kids. I'm watching what I say to them. I'm watching what I say around them. If I see something that's wrong, I will say something. Like, do you think that was nice of that person? Or do you think that was a kind act of that person? That's what I do, just to make sure that I am leading by example. Because obviously your first teaching come from home. So I cannot talk about wisdom, patience, and kindness if I am not exerting those same 3 things. So that's something I definitely do. We celebrate faith in everyday moments. So when I say everyday moments, I mean we show gratitude. In a way I do showing gratitude with my kids. I just started this actually, so I'm not even gonna lie to you. I probably started this maybe a month ago, where I would tell them, okay, what are you grateful for today? And Madeline would say the silliest things, snacks or her teacher and all this stuff. But as long as I'm like getting them into the art of practicing gratitude, I am happy. So Mackenzie's a little different. She'll say, I'm grateful for you, Mom. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my sisters. So I'm actually trying to show Madeline that there's more than snacks and your teacher to be grateful for. And I'm trying to show Mackenzie that I understand, every day you're going to be grateful for your family. You're going to be grateful to wake up. But what is something small, something that happened today that you were grateful for? Were you grateful that I packed you a lunch today because the lunch options weren't what you wanted? Like, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to push them both to think outside of their boxes. By basically, like I said before, leading by example, but just making sure that me and Mike are doing it as well when we are talking about what we're grateful for. And it's not like we sat at the table. It could just be a random conversation like, what are you grateful for today? I try to make sure I ask every day. I'm not going to say that I do, but that is something that I definitely try to make sure that is a daily thing. So yes, showing gratitude for like, how would I say this? Like seasonal things like Christmas, we talk about the birth of Jesus. Easter, Mackenzie always has something to say. She was going to a Catholic school. The Catholic school just became a charter school, so she will always have a story to tell me about, especially when it comes to the holidays. So just the little traditions that we do within our home, just make sure that we are celebrating our spirituality and our faith in more than one way. So yes. And then our traditions, like I was just saying, we have faith-based traditions. So we watch sermons together. It's hard for us to get to church right now. And the pastor that I'm really into, Pastor Darius Daniels, we just watch his sermons. Like, so in one of my videos I told you I watch a sermon and I watch it with Mike. So the first time I watch the sermon is usually like while I'm in the gym or, you know, just going. The second time with Mike is usually with Mike and the kids. Depends if they're home, because sometimes they do go to their grandmother's house. We will sit down, we'll watch the sermon, and they don't obviously take much from it, but I do try to make sure that I am showing them or telling them what it was about. Or Mackenzie just loves church, so she loves the shouting, the stories, the music in the background. Mackenzie loves it. So for her, it's just more of the experience, but I also try to bring it back down to, okay, like, how do you feel about it? Like, did you hear the story? Did you hear what was the chapter that he was talking about? Just to make sure that she took something away with it. With Madeline, is just getting her into the habit of watching those sermons, because for her, it's a little different. You know, it doesn't really catch her attention the way it does for Mackenzie. So I just make sure that she's just right now getting into the, you know, the routine of watching the sermons, and then hopefully gradually getting her to where Mackenzie is. They're both two totally different age brackets. So obviously I gotta, yeah, it's a pull and a tug, but then it really isn't, because these are things we do. So it's just like, it doesn't feel like it's extra work, if that makes sense. The thing that we do is we do incorporate faith-based media and entertainment. So Mackenzie and Madeline, they definitely have books on religion. They definitely listen to gospel music. So those are the different ways I get like the entertainment and the media into there. Obviously the sermons, there was a show on YouTube. I can't think of it. There was a show on YouTube that they will watch also, and that's usually how I get it going. Every night, this takes me to my last tip actually. So pray for and with your children. So every night I would pray with the girls, but Mackenzie would read this book. And it has a bunch of prayers in it, and it has a bunch of little stories and nursery rhymes. So she will read one of the prayers, and that was just her way. And then they will also add in their own prayers. And in the morning, I don't make them pray, but as they're making their beds, I usually try to run into the room when they're making it, and then just say, did you say thank you, God, for another day? And it'll be the cutest thing. Madeline say, thank you, God, for another day. And Mackenzie says it. Sometimes she says it before I can even ask her. Like, she'll say, oh, I already thank God already. So just those little things that take anywhere from 30 seconds to 25 minutes does a lot for my family. We do other things as well, but those are the main things that we are doing to make sure that we are incorporating faith into our parenting. We are really big on gradually progressing. We are not the family or the parents that like to just, like I said, force things on them, be super aggressive about it, because then I feel like that actually deters them away from wanting to tune into the spirituality. So we make sure that we take that time with them. So those are the things that we like to do. One of the things I really enjoy doing with them is praying with my children. It could be a crazy busy night and I could be all over the place, have a bunch of things to do. When they're going to bed, I'm giving them kisses, and sometimes it wouldn't slip my mind, but it's like, okay, I'll do it right before they go to bed. No, they're like, it's time to pray, Mom. Mom, are you coming? Like, that's a thing that I do with them. It's not me, Mike, and the kids. So it's that little extra moment and a little extra intentionality I can give them that makes it all worthwhile, because they look forward to that time with me right before bed, and then they also look forward to hearing my prayers and then also saying their own, and then it just ends off the night peacefully. When Madeline got back home, there was a night that we didn't pray, and I saw it in her attitude. Like, she just had such a hard time going to bed. It was just super bad. And then I ended up saying, well, let's pray, let's calm ourselves down. And then she was fine. So I feel like the fact that it's becoming a routine, it does help with the kids. It does make the night a bit more smoother. And it does make me feel good that they are, with my help, building a stronger relationship with God. And hopefully by the time that they are at the age where they can do things on their own, and it should be instilled in them that they continue those many traditions that we have, and they also, when they get older, bring it onto their family, or even better traditions to when they have their own families. So yes, that is some of the ways that I incorporate I incorporate faith into parenting. I incorporate spirituality. I teach my kids about spirituality. That is some of the ways that I do it. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. I would also love to hear what you do to incorporate faith in your parenting. So yes, if you love this content, if this is more of content that you would like to see, please make sure that you let me know in the comments. If you are loving what you're seeing on my YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure that you subscribe, because I really enjoy having these conversations, and I would really love to see the people that enjoy having them as well. I told y'all my foot is on the gas pedal, and I am ready to rock and roll. So thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with me. I hope that you took something away from this. I pray that you all have a wonderful and blessed day, week, month. I pray nothing but good things over everyone. All right, later.